and smashed.
I agree, but you have no choice either.
Illegal knee on the ground by Connor.
Oh.
A knee.
Big kick by Gonzaga. Tuxer caught it. Tuxer, oh. Yeah, he caught it. Low. No. All over town with a huge knee. Oh, illegal knee, though. Illegal knee to the face.
Shots.
Always
right
the
now,
underdog.
he's blocking them.
Yep.
He's doing a good job.
Big elbows.
No, he can't do 12-6.
Referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest. Due to intentional elbows, there's been a disqualification of Johnny Bones Jones. Therefore, the winner is Matt Hamill.
8 most illegal moves in the UFC history. Hello MMA fans of MMA Inside. Today in this video, we are going to talk about 8 most illegal moves that have ever took place in MMA Octagon, in one of its pinnacle organizations, aka UFC. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Before diving into the video, make sure to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 1, eye pokes. One doesn't have to be a genius to deduce that eye pokes are extremely dangerous. Despite this, they happen very often. We can often see fighters fight with their fingers open, accidentally or on purpose. Poking an opponent can lead to severe damage and potentially change the outcome of the fight. Sometimes eye pokes are punished with a point deduction, even disqualification. But usually, they go unpunished. Eye poking is a thing that should be punished more rigorously, so the fighters are forced to close their fingers when reaching out. Number 2, headbutting. One of the most talked about illegal moves in UFC. Once upon a time, headbutts were completely legal inside the UFC. Today, they aren't. Why? Headbutting an opponent could lead to severe head trauma and irreparable damage for the rest of one's life. They are fairly straightforward to perform, so if they were to be allowed, we would probably see a lot of severe injuries inside the cage. There was a lot of talk about whether headbutts should be allowed inside the cage, and there are a lot of people advocating it. Joe Rogan being just one example.
But I think today, even to this day, I don't mind headbutts.
I don't either, because you train
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
If they're legal, that's what you're training for.
And it's a legit technique. Like, why is it okay to slam your elbow into someone's face, but it's not okay to slam your forehead into someone's face?
Right.
Number 3, hair pulling. Hair pulling could be used to completely change the position in grappling sequences. It is painful and uncomfortable, and definitely not something that should be allowed in a sport. But there were times when the UFC was just starting off when it was completely legal. Number 4, fish hooking. Fish hooking is the act of inserting fingers inside an opponent's mouth or nostrils and pulling and or tearing it. It is an entirely unsportsmanlike move, and it's obvious why it isn't allowed. The good thing is that it happens extremely rare inside the octagon. Number 5, groin attacks. Just like headbutts, blows to the groins almost always happen accidentally. It isn't uncommon that a fighter throws a leg kick and it ends up hitting the groins. Fighters are obligated to wear cuffs, but nonetheless, kicks to the groins can cause some severe pain. After a blow to the groin, a fighter has 5 minutes to recover. If he is unable to recover in the given time, the fight can end in disqualification or no contest.
Oh man, he's hurting. He is hurting bad. This might be the end of the fight. He's writhing in pain.
Number 6, rabbit punches. A rabbit punch is a blow to the back of the head or neck. That area of the body is extremely vulnerable, and delivering a blow to it can cause some serious and lifelong injuries, and it can even be lethal. It is a widespread technique in boxing because there's a lot of head movement there. In MMA, it occurs less frequently, usually when a fighter mounts an opponent's back and has access to that part. When taking punches to the back of the head into consideration, the referee should be very careful because they are hard to spot. Below is a situation when McGregor knocked out Poirier, and Poirier was complaining the shots were illegal. They were illegal, but it was a very close call. Number 7, stomps, kicks, knees to the head of a grounded opponent. While it is perfectly okay to kick or knee the opponent's head while standing, it is illegal to do it when the opponent is on the ground. If a fighter kicks or knees a grounded opponent, it will almost certainly result in a point deduction or even disqualification. It is something that occurs very frequently during a UFC fight. Worth mentioning is that those strikes are not illegal during grappling exchanges if both fighters are on the ground, but when one is standing, it can generate a lot of power, and a kick or knee to the head can result in some serious damage. When talking about a knee to the head, how can we not mention Jorge Masvidal's KO of Ben Askren, resulting in the fastest finish in UFC history, just 5 seconds.
The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. Wow! One of the greatest knockouts you'll ever see!
Oh, my goodness.
Askren stepped.
Number 8, shorts, gloves, and fence holding. Holding the opponent's shorts or gloves during the clinches and grappling exchanges is also illegal. While there's no risk of unwanted danger, holding the shorts or gloves can disrupt the opponent and give some serious advantage. Thus, it is banned.
He was putting his fingers in my glove and pulling me down to throw the up kicks. I was trying to let Herb know that. This guy's a dirtbag, man.
Getting hold of the cage, usually during grappling exchanges near the fence, is also illegal. While referees usually just issue a verbal warning for these, sometimes a referee can give a point deduction for short gloves or fence holding. So, that's enough from us today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, smash that like button. And hey, make sure to subscribe or McGregor will knock you out. I'll see you in the next video.